everybody, and welcome to Hero Club Live for another session of PairOfSocks Lost. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, Dylan McCullum, and this is Hero Club. And this is also not the main thing we do on Hero Club. No. The main thing we do is our podcast. That's right, our podcast, Hero Club. If you go there, that is where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table, virtual or otherwise, and we edit them down into these tight, taut little audio anthologies with sound effects and music. You can start at any season you want, and you'll get tons of different genres and different stories. We have so many different kinds. Let's list them off. We have animal pirates. We have different kinds of Christmases. We have Western. We have slasher flicks for those who want Halloween. We have werewolves for those who want Halloween stuff. We have space. We have Quentin Tarantino send-ups. We have
Lovecraftian noir.
Lovecraftian noir. Thank you, buddy. We have a different animal pirate one. We have if you want to, I don't even remember. There's so many that we don't even remember because we are so great at genre that we just do so many of them. So start at any season you want. You'll have a great time. But here on Hero Club Live, we just sit around and play some Dungeons & Dragons, just have some fun. I will tell you more about what PairOfSocks Lost is, what this campaign is based on, what this campaign has become. But first, let's talk to some of our players. Let's let them introduce themselves. Let's begin with Natasha. Natasha, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
I am Natasha. I play Princess Griselda Calzini, who has a pig named Ladybug. And what else? Oh, and she doesn't smile. That's a thing. And yeah, so grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. All right, let's move on to John. John, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
What's up, everybody? It's John Madison here, JMatty225, and I play Tone, who is an arcane arcane turtle. I never come in with this much energy, and everyone hates it.
I love it.
Oh, I like it.
You come in with plenty of energy.
And this is
the half stand.
It's not
did
the
it
level
for me.
of energy.
the half stand, like,
type of
hey,
like,
everybody,
hey.
what's up? This is.
Also, John, I like your pants. We were talking about pants before the stream started.
Oh yeah, these
There's a great
gray.
set of
Those are
pants.
good
These
pants.
are gray jeans.
I like them.
Thank
Nice.
you very much. These
They're
are
very great.
All right, so who do you
I think they're J.
Stream?
Crew.
Doing? Oh my god.
Jake
And
Okay,
here's
Jake.
here what my sign. I have two signs for today that I learned. One is actor, which is this. That's actor, and balloon, which is really cute. It's like
Ew.
like you're blowing up a balloon. That's
Nice.
me.
Is actor like A's rotating?
Yeah,
Or going
it's
up
like,
and down?
I mean, this is also theater. It's
Oh, okay.
rotating back towards you.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, the vibes are going to be insane tonight. All right, let's go
Yeah,
on over
yeah.
to Marty. Marty, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
I'm Marty Abbey Schneider. I play Gulzog Intestine Scarf, the orc scaredy boy. He's afraid of everything, but he does. Hello, Cecile. I don't know how to say that. But he is a scaredy boy, but he's not going to let anything bad happen to his friends. And being a good boy finally paid off. I'm starting this session with inspiration for my good note-taking.
Yes, he
That's
is.
Yay!
Yes, he is. We applaud good note-taking in this campaign. And last but not least, Hannah, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you would like to say.
Hello, my name's Hannah. I play Marabella, a level 7 cleric of the Grave Domain, Cemetery Town, whoop whoop, put it in the ground. My fun fact this week is that a full jumbo jet fuel tank has enough fuel to drive a car around the world 4 times.
Good
What?
God.
Yeah.
So a jumbo jet, Natasha, the fuel tank of that is enough
Mhm.
fuel to drive a car around the world 4 times. For like one trip, I assume. Like one plane trip, it's like the same amount, Hannah?
Yeah,
That-
like a full fuel tank in a jumbo jet.
I say
4
we
times.
test this out. I don't know if I believe it.
How?
How do we do that?
How do we do it?
Road
Make
trip.
it happen. Make it happen.
Road trip. We have a road trip to find someone with a jumbo jet who would be chill enough for us to try this.
We have
I
a
don't
really
even know what we try.
community behind this podcast. I'm sure we can make it happen.
Yeah, everyone,
Let's put Cemetery Town, whoop whoop, put it in the ground.
Is that you, Dylan?
What?
That's you doing that, right? The Hero Club in the chat?
It's God.
That's Hero Club. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
also
what
just
you-
the slogan for Cemetery Town.
Yeah, it's Cemetery
Everybody
Town.
knows
Have you
it.
ever been?
Slogan.
It's on all the postcards.
I
It
feel
didn't
like
exist before. It exists now in Fable Rise.
Yeah, it's Cemetery Town.
It's funny because when you put stuff in the ground there, it just like falls through the clouds,
Yeah.
careening to the ground below.
Look, for those who are brand new here, these are the vibes. And
Yeah.
This is what you have.
Every week.
We have
Mhm.
new
Yeah.
pants, we have plans to use the fuel truck, and we have Cemetery Town whoop whoop put it in the ground. Hello everyone, I am your Dungeon Master, Dylan McCullum. This is PairOfSocks Lost. It is based off of the 5e adventure book Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but no it's not. It's not anymore. A lot of the same names. I've used a lot of the same like iconography, a lot of the same maps that don't correlate to anything anymore, but I have spun it off wildly at this point. Basically, I'm doing what a lot of people have done, which is they wear their inspiration on their sleeves for things that are mostly public domain, and just put it into some smashed together headcanon. Things like, Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, Narnia, all these things kind of pushed together, and I take my friends and I walk them through it as they are now the main characters in my headcanon, and they have to live with that, and it's been very fun. We have latched on to an insane plot thread that I put in there that I was like, this is a fun thing to add, and now it's apparently the entire
Campaign.
So welcome everyone to this campaign. We've essentially 32 sessions in. We've just started, so welcome. It's nice to have you here. All right, gang, let us begin. All right,
Gosh.
shall we? Let's get into the recap. Last we left off, our party still not sure where their friend Zara has gone. But knowing that at least her body, to them, nothing strange about that, other than the fact that her person seems to have teleported elsewhere without leaving word, left them behind. So following the only thread that they had for what to do next, they took their leave of the children of the lost, who are now remembered, made their way to Fable Rise, a place that they only really knew a little bit about. Somewhere that they knew is neutral to this war in thither, and is under threat from the Queen of Glass. Individually, they had a happy little thought, some more than others. Some of their thoughts permeated, some turned to anxiety, but still they were all able to get through. Seemingly to the sky, but maybe a magical portal, maybe through an enchantment. It's still unclear. After a short while, they found themselves staring at the entrance to a floating city. Majestic. This odd mesh of fantasy, elven, dwarvish, Art Nouveau, Gaudi, in Barcelona architecture, all in a perfect sky. They were met by the welcoming committee of these Mo drones, these little golden Mike Wazowski angel wing figures welcoming the new happy people. There was a moment of tension where it seemed like they might have come to blows if something may not have been as happy as they were saying, but everything went fine. And they met their initial guide, the leader, or the concierge of Fable Rise, Manfred. Another one of these creatures, but instead of a singular eye in a sphere, a cuboid body, 2 eyes, a mustache, and a monocle, who told them about the fact that they're coming at the nearing of a very auspicious event. In a few weeks' time, which is kind of a retcon, but go with me. In a few weeks' time, there is to be the Founders' Day Parade, an event that is commemorating the founding 6 members of Fable Rise, the Council of 6. The people who made this place, this haven amongst the Feywild, this place that remains pure from the influence of Prismeer, still some place where the Fey can be wild. When discovering or deciding where they wanted to go and stay for the evening, they found an interesting ad. An ad that didn't really mesh with the others. The other clearly bought and paid for ads amongst all of the other hotels and inns to stay at. Just a single name. David's. So they went, their curiosity getting the better of themselves, and they found a small little house nestled in the lower spiral of Fable Rise, next to a kind of rundown high-rise of apartment buildings, overgrown lawn. When they went to knock on the door, a minotaur in a tail suit answered, and so they met David, of David's. And they learned that this is a minotaur who is trying to make the best hotel bed and breakfast possible, and to do so has made many a fey and devil deal. And when the party suggested that for their lodging they would make the deal to improve the outside of this establishment, and maybe even do more, he broke down into tears. And from that moment on, the campaign was forever changed, as all thoughts of evil queens washed away, and all that mattered was making this one bed and breakfast the #1 bed and breakfast in Fable Rise. And hopefully, if we wish it hard enough, that will also save the world. Maybe. So, also, John, being so very too kind this entire time, dear lord. My word. Thank you, my friend.
You inspired him with
September, I get a
David's.
discount.
That is true.
So.
Also, on top of John gifting, thank you everyone who is also just subscribing. It's so nice. Which I'm also seeing. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, no, they're coming after each other. I'm learning how Twitch works, everybody.
It's fine.
Okay.
Take a sip, buddy.
So, we ended as you were getting ready for your first evening at David's. As you all know, you each have individual rooms, as David and his mother, they rang a bell each time. Allie is exactly right. This is Marty's first day on the site. He's never streamed
Yes.
on his own art here ever one time, not even once.
Not
He thought about it.
yeah.
It's not the last stream that's on this channel.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is this what I want? So this is your first evening here. You had talked about all these plans of things to do. You had done some yard work, obviously. Both, I think, Marabella and Griselda using their ability to use Wither and Bloom to clear out the foliage and the weeds, with plans to potentially use plant growth in the morning. You guys talked about your ideas for how you wanted the landscaping to work. Griselda using hallucinatory terrain in a way that is still blowing my fucking mind. I told everyone about that, and everyone was like, how did she use it? I was like, no, you have to understand how she fucking used hallucinatory terrain. It's literally, I was like, she used it to show off how she would landscape a house. And they were like, oh my god. Yeah, so... so that's what you did, so that if you have any notes, Tone is ready and willing to use any of the existing materials, but also there are markets that you can go to in the morning, potentially to buy raw materials to use for fabricate, so you don't even have to buy anything. You can just go get raw materials and fabricate exactly what you need for this landscaping purposes. But this is your first evening here. So, before, you go off into the morning, what would you like to do your first night here at David's?
What do our rooms look like?
So the rooms are very... They're very simple. Like, they don't, the magic hasn't made them all, like, very personalized or anything like that. It's not like, oh, the magic has made them exactly to your specifications. They're very bare bones, not bare bones in a, fantasy, cot wood way. It's bare bones in a... bare bones in like a Best Western kind of way. Like it's like bare bones in a beige kind of neutral tone kind of way, where it's think of it as like the fantasy version of that, where the it's all where it is very nice and it's homey. It is kind of plain. You can imagine that it's probably due to the fact that this is a magical enchantment that allows for... you don't know the limit, but it seems like it allows for a vast number of rooms. So it's very simple. Very simple neutral tones. But because this is not like, this is a very different fantasy world, rather than just like the deep dark browns of the wood, it's a much more lighter gray and light wood flooring. And there is
hardwood floors or laminate?
I'm gonna say that this is kind of a laminate in this place.
Okay.
Easier to clean.
Of course.
But it is kind of like the lobby, the house is very homey, very like cottagecore, but each of the rooms is a little bit more cookie cutter. Still very nice. Still very nice.
And I forgot to ask her if we established this last time, but like, are there common areas for guests to stay and hang out at David's? Like, is there a little library or like a comfy kind of living room scenario?
Mm-hmm.
A tea parlor? Like, what do we have going on?
Yeah, so there's kind of a, I think the best way to describe it would be like a dorm common room. Like every... like at least what you're seeing is that like there's a dorm common room by like 3 doors in. Again, just kind of like a couch and like a fireplace. There's no like library, there's no big library or anything like that. It's there's like a dorm common room, and then the front area where you walked in also led into like a dining room off the side of it. But it's also but it's not very big. Yeah, there's not many common spaces for people to be in. Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what you're seeing now. You don't know if there's anything else, or...
Does the spell that creates these rooms, does it look like it's coming from the bell?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. 1 second here. Sorry, I didn't have my character sheet put up. All right. Okay. Arcana. 9. 9.
9. Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you can't, best you can assume is that every time the bell was like, you've only seen it happen once. Every time the bell was, like, dinged, you saw a flash of light. You didn't actually see the rooms appear. You just know that when you said how many people there were, you saw them ring the bell that many times, and then flashes of light happened. You can assume that there's something having to do with that, but you don't know what that magic would be. If that is what's happening, it would be some pretty high level magic.
Could I use Identify to try to figure it out?
You could. Yeah.
I mean, it may not even be a magic item, but I'll just, because it's evening, I'll burn a spell slot just to cast Identify on the bell.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that look? What does it look like when you cast Identify?
I think Tone is getting his bearings of like the living room, the dining room. He hasn't even touched the kitchen right now, like just walking around as everybody's getting settled, going in and out of their rooms. And then he looks at that bell that generated their rooms and wants to like, because that seems to be what sprouted these cookie cutter laminate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
He just holds it and then tries to like peer through it into sort of what it's made out of and what kind of spells are around it.
Can you make... So this is what the second you cast Identify, you get an overwhelming flood of magical energy. Like, as if it like flares your nostrils. It's like getting an overwhelming scent, like pungent of magical energy. Can I get a intelligence saving throw?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Just from Tone, right?
Yeah, just from Tony. It's because he's like actively probing into this.
16.
16. Okay. You are able to identify not every spell that's on here. You're able to identify some of what's happening here. But there's a lot of overlapping spells happening here. You do know that this is high-level magic. This is very powerful magic. And you are aware that he has talked about how he has made deals. A lot of devil deals, a lot of fae deals. If that's true, then there is probably some heinous drawbacks to whatever deals he made. You know that there is at least a wish spell that is being like manipulating a certain spell. Like there's a wish that is at least masquerading as a different spell. You know that there is something akin to Magnificent Mansion being cast in this place. Which, if you don't know Magnificent Mansion, you can look it up, but essentially it is like you can make like it's like a you make a mansion that appears in like a space of a doorway, and then when you enter
Got
the
it.
doorway, it's like 50 cubes big, but you're not sure exactly how much is going on here. With a 16, that's all you really are able to get. You know there's more beyond there, but you also get the sense that like if you had probed any deeper, you might have gotten hurt by trying
Got
to
it.
figure out what was
Okay.
going on. Or if you would like if you hadn't been able to hold on, you might have gotten hurt. Like something that, like the amount of things that he clearly has either wished for or made deals for has made this place very magically powerful, to the point where you, at this moment, Tone, don't even know if he understands what he's made.
Okay. What is David up to right now?
David is you see still in his like little outfit. And there's a lot of he's walking around kind of coming out of what looks like a kitchen, but you look into the kitchen and the kitchen is you've seen kitchens like these before. They're not employed by anyone. It's a magical kitchen, and you can kind of tell this might be a symptom of the magical mansion. You've heard of this before, that there's a spell that can like conjure food, and while that is amazing, it can sometimes be not tasteless, just like a little bit more bland. Like it's just a little like it's airplane food, it's hotel food, but you see like platters of like this food kind of just like a nice chicken kind of invisibly floating towards each door, and he's just kind of checking on them as they're just kind of walking towards each door. Yeah, so he's just walking around.
I want to go up to David and talk to him.
Okay.
So Tone, I think, is gonna just wander over to David and say, actually, hang on one second. I'm really blown out. I'm just gonna.
No worries.
Right. I just want a little bit more light. Tone's gonna go over to David and be like, "Hey, David. How are you? How's it going?"
I mean, better than I've been in a very long time. Are you good? Are the accommodations all right? Are you finding everything okay? Do you need extra pillows or anything like that? Because we can get that. We can get that to you.
You're so kind, David. I was wondering if you, I don't know, wanted to relax for a bit, and maybe we could have some tea. And I'd love to know, just really simply before we all go to bed, who was the devil, or who did you make this deal with?
Which one? I made a couple of deals with some.
How many?
Four deals. Four of them. Yeah.
Okay. Are you allowed to talk about what the details of the deals were?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have like the contracts with me or anything like that, but the long and short of it is that I said that, I wanted well, first things first is I wanted a hotel. That was like wish number one, or like deal number one was I wanted a a hotel. Then, like, 2, the deal was I wanted to accommodate anybody. Like, anybody who wanted to stay, I wanted to be able to accommodate them. And then it was that, like, you know, anybody staying with me will be comfortable and safe, and that like it would, and this one is vain, but you know, this is what we were working up to, that it would, you know, that it would look nice.
Okay.
Yeah, those were the 4 deals I made. Some were more seem more. Some have a heavier toll than others.
Did you have to give up anything, or like, you know what I mean? Was there any kind of sacrifice for you to make these deals?
Oh yeah. Yeah, one of them is that I can't leave the grounds of the hotel.
Okay, so you're stuck here.
Yeah, but I mean, this is, you know, another one was I'd rather not talk about that one.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, this one seems relevant. There was I have to have 1,000 people stay here by the end of the year, or my soul is devoured.
Okay.
So there's that one.
Wait. How many are you at? And
What's the one he'd rather not talk about?
He's like, oh.
Golzok, hello.
Oh, I'm not Golzog. That was out of character.
Oh, sorry. Hey, what's
Giant
the one
face.
you'd rather not talk about? No. Never mind. Quick question. What? How long till the end of the year? I'm not familiar with the calendar year of Prismere or Fablerise.
Oh, I mean, I got like a few months.
Okay, and how many are you at now? Besides us.
Besides you.
Besides the 4 of us. Do you have a bookkeeper? Or
And he's like, you know,
is this just from memory? Or
you see him like going over to like the ledger. That is like that was his mom was keeping. His mom has clearly like gone to bed, and he's just like looking through the book. $14.
Oi. Okay. And how many can you accommodate at once?
I mean,
if like 900 came in at once, would you be able to keep ringing the bell like ding 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 ding, and then you get 900 rooms?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, never mind. One final question. I feel like I'm taking up a lot of your time this evening. You're exhausted. I'm exhausted. One more question. Do you have any are there any other businesses in town or in Fablerise who like you're friends with, or who might be like sympathetic, or maybe want to collaborate?
To be honest, it's been a little rough. I didn't realize how in the pocket some of these places were to other hotels. So it's been really hard, man. It's been really bad.
Tone puts his hoof on his shoulder. Do turtles have hoofs? Claw?
Claw.
Claw? They don't have claws. It's like a hoof.
Yes,
It's like
they do.
They have little claws.
They have little claws? Oh,
They
yeah,
aren't
you're right.
ungulates.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No reptile has a hoof.
Like antelope,
Hey,
deer.
guys, it's fine. It's John's first
Horse.
day on this website.
I'm sorry. It's my first day working with animals.
He's never biology before. It's...
He puts his claw on his shoulder and just sort of tries to comfort him.
Yeah, places. Look, I'm trying to be a positive here, but I don't. I just wanted a nice place, but
It is a nice place.
yeah, thank you. No, I've been doing some outreach, but most places don't really want to associate with me. Some are scared to associate with me.
I have a question to ask, but I don't know if I'm in the room even.
Walk in.
You can always walk in, Marty.
Golzog is going to walk in and sort of ungracefully ask, if I check back out and back in 1,000 times, am I different customers? I'll do that right
Brilliant.
now. I'll stay up all night. I mean, I don't have to. I could do it half tonight, half tomorrow, but I do it.
David just goes, no, we tried that. With my friend.
Oh, and by the way, I heard everything you just said. I'm privy to everything you were just talking about.
Great. I feel like we're going to do a lot of work on your hotel, and I feel like maybe these walls are very thin, and everyone heard everything we talked about. So
Mirabella comes walking in. David, I've got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Why did you want a hotel in the first place?
You know, I wanted to. I was feeling like I found myself here, like all these other people, and I found myself feeling like a lot of these people here didn't appreciate the fact that it's scary. You know, that they were like, hey, you're happy. Here's the novelty. You know, you're in the Pillow Fort, or here's this really expensive place, or the Lucid Dream. They didn't experience the idea that there might be some people who are lost. And I used to, I come from a long line of people who didn't always do good things, and we used to be very, we used to really be lost a lot of the time, and I don't like the idea of people being lost. And I wanted them to feel like they found a home away from home. To be honest, I think it was that I kind of wanted a home away from home. And if people were going to keep coming here, I also kind of wanted to meet a whole bunch of people. Give me an excuse, you know. I'm kind of a introverted person, so I thought, hey, I'd get an establishment, I have some people come on in, and I'd see the world through the eyes of the fact that they had nowhere else to go. So, you know, yeah, it seems like a weird desire, but
No, that's beautiful.
What I thought.
It makes perfect sense to me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
Feeling lost and wanting a place where you don't feel lost anymore.
Yeah.
Where are you from, David?
Hey. It's someplace on the material planes, one of the many,
Wait, I'm from the material plane.
A lot of us are. I'm not exactly sure what the material planes was. Like where it was. It might have been. I was place of like a lot of white stones and place where gods ran amok, and you know, I lived in a maze for a long time. Don't recommend
Wait.
it.
Like a real maze?
You lived in a maze?
I've got a great outdoor garden!
Yeah, I lived in a maze. It wasn't.
Who built the maze?
Some piece of shit.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't. To be honest with you, I was. And don't ask my mom about it, because she gets a whole thing about it. Yeah, no, it was a plane of existence called Theros, and it is I was kind of born in captivity there, so, and then all of a sudden we were free, so this place was like kind of a big deal for us, and especially for my ma, and my dad, rest his soul. It was a big deal for us to kind of be free, even though we were also trapped. But it was a better maze, I guess.
Well, I've gotten a lot of information from you. I've kept you up. I think I'm gonna hit the bed, and tomorrow's a new day. You need some sleep too, because you're gonna have a lot of people coming in maybe soon. So
hey, all right, that's fine. Just so you know, this place is it has all these servants. They're just kind of here. Don't pay them no mind. They're virtually invisible, but if you need them to do anything, like grab your food or anything like that, go ahead.
okay. Thank you. And Tone's just gonna head to bed.
Okay.
Or head to his room.
Same.
Good night, David.
Good night.
Good night.
Griselda, you doing anything?
So, are we waiting to do the stuff tomorrow? Like, can I show him the mock-up?
Well, you already did. You did that stuff. You did that.
Wait, so we got the notes?
Yeah, I mean, you got like early notes, but like this is gonna be a longer process. That you guys got like the early notes before you went had food, and then you're gonna do some stuff tomorrow morning, and then figure it out. But this is just like that was the first.
Ladybug
evening.
and I want to kind of stay up and look around.
Okay. No, what are you doing?
I think we want to go outside.
Okay.
And
you kind of walk through outside the place. Still for you, you can see the transparent nature of the hallucinatory terrain. You can see where it's all different, but for you, it's like a nice baseline of what you're envisioning. You can already kind of see where you've been given notes on certain issues of what David is interested in. He didn't have many notes because he was like so baffled by it all that he's like, I don't know, and so you guys are like, and also because so much of it's going to be like magical, you're like, you know what, we'll try it, and then if you don't like it, we can just fabricate some other stuff, so you walk out into the night air. The city now at night is kind of, it's illuminated quite beautifully. A lot of just clearly precast dancing lights just kind of stuck around the city, just globules of light just kind of floating in the air, like fairy lights just kind of strung up but just floating in the air. The like final balloon rides are stopping for the evening. There is kind of a hustle and bustle of the city. It doesn't feel like it's a truly late night city, but there's still some activity going on. What are you doing?
Griselda and Ladybug want to see if there's a way to crawl up on the roof.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this place? Sure. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Uh-oh, sneaky music. Okay. Acrobatics. Okay, 15.
15, yeah. Easy enough. You're able to kind of scramble up on top of the roof of this place, which again, it's kind of a mind trip now that you're outside of it to see how small it looks compared to what you were just inside of.
Yeah. Can I do any other kind of like perception or like investigation check?
Sure. What are you looking for? What are you specifically kind of like on the lookout for?
I guess so Griselda she's very curious about this place, but not what David necessarily has to say about this place, but what like the bones of the house have to say about this place.
Okay. Make a perception. I guess make a perception check or arcana check or nature check. I don't know. That's a very weird one, but sure.
Okay, ready? 17.
17. Which one did you use?
I did perception.
Perception. Okay. You're sitting up top and trying to ascertain something from this, like the vibe of this place. And nothing's really coming to you. And you're like, you're trying, you're sitting there. And you're trying to like get into the whole like nature, especially of this exact house. All that's kind of reverberating back is like, oh, this place was like created by magic.
Oh, straight up.
Like this place was like
So
this at least this house like that you're sitting on is like everything here was like created by magic. So like nature perception, I can't vibe with it in that same way. Like to understand like the bones of this place, like this is like a big spell created this, so yeah. I don't know what else you
can. I do Arcana then?
You can do Arcana if you want.
Dang it. 6.
Again, you feel it and it's solid. Like, everything about it is solid, and you're like, I don't know what
spell would have ever been able to do this. This is very big magic. All you can really get with the perception check is that again, these are, if he really did like make this place out of just making deals, making wishes or something like that, with the perception of it, I'll say give me an insight check.
Yay. Twist my arm. Okay, wait. And then 23.
23. With the 23, you're kind of like getting the vibe of everything you know about deals, about fey deals, about like the intention of deals in this world and like how devil deals work. And know that like, okay, well, he is a pure intention. Like he has pure intentions for this deal. This place is, all you know is that this place is very powerful, and it may be like, clearly there are deals that could like destroy David, but as you're kind of sitting here looking at this very small little house, you get the vibe that this might be one of the more powerful places that you've been to here. And probably by accident, because no one's taking him seriously.
Okay. So, with that, she is going to again like do like a whisper cry out to the wild just on the roof and say, we have David's back and we are of pure intentions too. And then kind of just like look around.
Make a either persuasion or a nature check.
Okay. Persuasion or nature. Which one am I better at?
I love watching Dylan's face when Natasha does her Natasha-isms the pure kind of like, wow, this is really cool. What the fuck do I do with this as a DM moments that kind of go over it. And then watching him just roll with it so beautifully. It's great. Just, yeah.
Well, I did 8.
8, okay.
But I have a pig, so does that do anything for me?
I mean, it does stuff for us, because Ladybug's the best. But Ladybug, just kind of oink. With an 8, which one did you use?
Thanks for the backup.
Or nature?
Persuasion.
Ladybug hears you say thanks for the backup, and you get the vibe of like, don't you put this on me. Instantly, you just get the vibe of like, don't you dare put this on me. I'm tired. And you get the sense, especially with that nature check earlier, you get like an overwhelming sense, kind of almost like a little gasp moment of not even thinking about David's, not even thinking about that. You're like, oh, this whole place kind of feels a little cut off from nature. Like this is like, or at least you are not really able to commune with it as easily. It's like, but that's all you get.
Whoa. Okay. And she immediately starts, okay, so I'm just gonna have to ask David about what plants he'll like to put around. And what do you think, Ladybug? And as they'll just like think of some ideas for some plants and ways to connect that into the terrain. And she'll go. Sure, she was gonna go to sleep, but she'll take one last lap around, and she wants to go sniffing for stuff with Ladybug. Because
Okay.
Ladybug she sniffs for gems.
She does sniff for gems. Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Just one last. I'm sorry. Now I know how you felt, John. I'm sorry.
No, this is great.
Oh God.
This is color.
I can't wait for Ladybug to find the stash of truffles David's been hiding.
It's
behind
nighttime.
the
I would love that.
19.
Not that he's bad. We're just looking. Yeah. Yeah.
19. You find nothing. With a 19, you find nothing. You're kind of sniffing. You're kind of sniffing around. Let me see one thing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. They go to sleep.
Okay. You go to
Is
sleep.
anyone else still awake in the house when I go to sleep?
I'm asleep.
Or just like any of David, like David or his mom or anyone?
You do walk in, and you see David sitting in one of the chairs reading. Oh,
I didn't know you'd still be up. Oh.
Oh, I was yeah. Are you okay? Do you not like the accommodations? I'm sorry.
No, it's great. We're actually really happy with it.
Okay.
Sorry, this is just my face. I'm sorry.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
13. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. All kinds of people have different reactions to things. I understand. Well, I was a little worried about you, but I'm happy to see that you're all right. Get some sleep, okay?
Okay. I know you didn't have many notes for us, but I thought maybe we could, plant some more trees around the property. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe add a stream. Yes.
Look, if you can add a stream, if you're adding a stream without doing any kind of dirty deals with any devils or fae, I'm not gonna say no.
Are there just devils around? How did you meet them?
Well, yeah, the devils, demons, they exist everywhere. They got trapped here just as much as anyone.
But
one of the founders is.
Does it seem like? What? What's his name?
Yeah, for sure. One of the founders. God, I had it on one of my note pages, but then I fucking turned to the other page.
We saw a statue of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Razika.
Oh. Razika.
Yeah,
You didn't make a deal with him, did you?
No. That's a little bit too rich for my blood. Razika wouldn't talk to me. But also, I probably wouldn't make a deal with Razika. As much as, look, I'm not trying to speak ill of the founders or anything like that. It's just that, like, Bylantine and Razika, Bylantine's the archfey that also helped found this place. They are, like, top tier deal makers. They do not lose a deal, right? So, like, I don't think that they've ever gotten a deal where the person who made the deal got the thing that they wanted, actually. So, like, while I do have major drawbacks, I at least have a fucking hotel that works, If I made a deal with Razika, I don't think I'd have a hotel at all. I could say I want a hotel, and he'd be like, cool, and I'd end up with, like, a hot eel or some shit,
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I understand that. Do you know how to get better at making deals?
Absolutely not. I wish I did. I'm awful at it. Well, I'm not that bad at it. But, yeah, I don't know. Be smarter. Have a Fae who's actually a friend of yours. If you can trust that.
Right. Okay. I'm also. Have you and Ladybug met yet? I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
She holds up Ladybug.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. Oink.
If you ever need a friend or someone to just hang out with, you can always talk to me or Ladybug.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Sleep well, all right?
You too. She walks off.
You all go to sleep and all rest with no issues. You all take a long rest. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody / mainly Natasha know. I am prepping stone shape and create and destroy water. For our like pond fountain scenario and statue. So I don't know.
Should we all get together and talk about what we want to do with the day? We're gonna split up.
Yeah, you can
We're
prepare
stay
spells
together.
over breakfast if you want. You don't need to do it at, it's fine.
Okay.
So you.
I'm gonna try
gosh.
to make a light breakfast.
Yeah, you wake up.
Oh my gosh! Wait.
You wake up together. It's like morning. It's a lovely, morning. In this place, a sun kind of. Even though it seems kind of illogical, there is like sunlight that streams through each of your windows. As you all wake up in David's place, and you can go to either like the common room or the lobby area where there are some chairs. This small. I'm gonna say the equivalent of a pastry, kind of breakfast. Some fruit, some
Continental.
Yeah, continental
breakfast.
is. Thank you, Marty. That's why you got inspiration, because you're just
Thank
getting
you.
the words that I can't get today. Continental breakfast is available.
Golzog is gonna pile high and start going. And I don't want to use a key point, but for flavor, can I be grabbing food with the different energy arms?
Yeah, of course. For flavor, yeah, sure.
Okay,
Fuck
good.
yeah. Of course you can.
It can also just be my mage hand, like one extra. That doesn't use up a key point, but I'm grabbing my the delicious pastries. A thing that is, unless we've seen it in the Feywild, like relatively new to me. Not a lot of pastries in this Broken Spine Canyon.
Yeah, I think I think that there will be a moment where David will just be like, "Oh yeah. I was a bit confused too. So it's like bread. Have you had bread?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bread.
Like really hard, flavorless stuff.
Yes.
That you either.
And then it is cooked with like the rendered fat of an animal.
Uh-huh.
And that makes it flake like skin off of a burned enemy.
That's what I'm getting from it. Is really good.
And then the sweet taste of honey, like of a sugar of any kind, put into like the middle of it. And
what's this red stuff? This red shiny sticky stuff in the middle of this one.
Oh, jam.
It's awesome.
It is a berry. Do you have berry bushes?
Yeah, but you just grab them and eat.
Yeah, no. What you did?
How do you make jam?
I'm not. Hey, does anyone here happen to know?
Tone.
Is there a cook in the house? Is there
Yes,
someone who might be
yes,
able to explain this?
I've told you this.
Did you know how to make jam this whole time?
I know. I can't tell you if it's good. I can't taste it.
But you knew how to make this. Golzog's pointing to his bitten, like a jelly donut
Sure.
with a bite out of it, basically.
Yeah, there's preserves, and then there's jam, and then there's jelly.
There's other
So
kinds of
basically-
it. I must have them all.
Okay. Well, it depends on how chunky, how much fruit you want actually
Is there
in the
any?
container.
Are there any just jars of jam?
Not like there's like a couple. It's not what it's never what I want. There's like a couple, but a lot of it is like magically conjured and created. But there's like a couple that you can see are like from the farmer's market. That there are some in it that he just has around.
Golzog is going to open one and just start eating it with a spoon, because he's learned. He knows to use a spoon, but he's just eating jam out of the jar.
Yep.
Can I ask?
Joey Tribbiani. Okay. Yep.
Can I get like just a visual, mental memory of what the kitchen looks like, and where's this food coming from? Is it coming from the hotel? Is it coming from unseen servants?
So it is.
What's going on?
So imagine like a very bare bones, kitchen, like an office kitchen. That's kind of what it feels like. Which at the moment, that's kind of what it is, because you essentially see unseen servants go into what looks like a closet and then come out with like food that's fully prepared because it's like magically conjured. But like in an office,
so we don't see the servants, we see the stuff come out, right?
Yeah, I mean, because they are literally unseen servants. They're magically that's what they are in this thing. They're like in the shape of a humanoid, but fully invisible, and they'll go into like essentially a back room, and then just come out with food. But there is like a little stove and an oven, and also a couple cabinets with like a pantry of like just actual food that is bought from like the farmer's market. That seems to be a little bit more like of an office kitchen, mostly for like David and his mom, it seems.
I'm gonna grab a couple of pastries and sit down with everybody, if everyone is sitting down together, and just say, okay. I hope everybody slept well. I think I have a couple ideas. I'd like to go into town and get some maybe materials, and that I could use to magically spruce this place up. And then I'd also like to stop by maybe like I have an idea for something else, but I need to stop by like some magical blacksmith of some kind. But I have a feeling that I'll probably have to do some kind of negotiating, and I'm not very good with that. So I was wondering if Bella, you could give me some advice, some guidance.
Guidance lasts for a minute.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so unless you are like sprinting,
I won't be. So never mind. So that's and then I have another crazy idea, but I think I'll have to save it for another day. I'd like to spend a day at one of these restaurants, maybe piling forks or like just seeing how some of the better hotels like handle it. But I don't have any relationship with any of these hotels, so I'm hoping I don't know, maybe we could get a recommendation from Manfred or someone else in town. But otherwise, I'll just go in with a resume and see if they'll take me in.
That's a great idea. You also might be able to just kind of sit there and get a bunch of different meals throughout the day if like they have a problem like actually showing you how their setup is, because they might not like that.
Well, I don't want to be dishonest, so I'll go and I'll tell them that what I'm up to. Oh, I guess I could do that. David.
Yeah.
David.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I know you're busy because it's pretty much just you and your mum. But I know you said you don't have it. I know it's a pretty harsh landscape out here, but are any of the hotels slightly nicer than some of the others that might be more willing to, maybe they have a more friendly atmosphere or a little less cutthroat?
Well, no. If you're looking for...
Hey.
I'll say this. If you're looking to understand how the hotel game works, there's the hotel game. If you're looking for how the restaurant game works, there's the restaurants. They're not always the same thing. The hotels sometimes get like catering or stuff from the restaurants, but it's not the same. They'll have like a chef from one of the restaurants.
I see.
But no, the hotels have I've been pretty vehemently told to stop doing what I'm doing.
From the other hotels?
Yeah.
How's their relationship with each other? Like, are they as vicious amongst themselves?
He starts looking around. Okay. You gotta be very careful about knowing this, alright?
Okay.
Gulzog gets his phone out.
They're all owned by the same guy.
What?
They're owned by the same guy. It is a pretty known secret among everyone here. I didn't know that.
It's a great oxymoron.
I didn't know that. Once you get into the game, it's pretty well known. There are people who are like the heads of the different hotels, but it is all owned by this one guy. And if you look into it, it's not hard to see. It's all owned by like the Darling Corporation.
The Darling Corporation?
Yeah, the Darling Corporation.
The Darling Corporation. Okay.
Above table. Is this Darling like Wendy Darling? Like her family?
Well, you've technically met one member of the Darling family already.
Yes.
Michael.
Met Michael.
Mm-hmm.
When did we meet Michael?
He's one of the Lost Boys.
Oh, thanks, Peppy Steppy. Peppy Steppy just said a very nice thing in the chat.
Oh, thank you very much.
Love it. Oh, wow,
yeah,
John,
he
you were
was
popping off.
He was one of the Lost Boys.
Popping off.
Michael was one of the Lost Boys, and maybe it wasn't fully clear, but he was the one who was the oldest one with the teddy bear.
Oldest Lost Boy, yeah.
Who was dragging the teddy bear around and kept talking about Peter.
I hate monopolies.
Okay. One more quick question. Apart from hotels, what's the best restaurant in Fablerise? Like if this were in, let's say, Chicago, Illinois, and you're going to Alinea, what is the Alinea of Fablerise? And none of that means anything either to me or you.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay,
no idea, honestly. I had a stroke.
Here's the thing, man. Like, you have to understand something. that's something that they fight over every single year. Like, because obviously the founding day, that is what the cook-off is about. It is one of the biggest titles. It is an...
I know. I'm just trying to go to a place where I can take class.
I'll tell you this much.
Okay.
The people who won the place that won last year was Elderflower. All right?
Ooh.
I was rooting for Mind Falayer. I already have feelings about this.
and he's just like, now, Elderflower has been a favorite for a long time. Blanche on Blanche has won many years in a row. Some say that's due to politics. I don't want to get too deep into it. It's a whole thing, okay? It's a whole
We're
campaign
like sponges
within a campaign. You have to understand something, all right? It's a whole other level of bosses that you have to understand.
Okay.
But between you and me, in the last few years, right? Like, there's been a chef who came in, made some waves, kind of worked his way up a little bit.
Yes.
Works at Fort Olive.
Fort Olive?
Fort Olive, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Great. I've got a lead. Yes. Okay.
I'm just hearing
Fort Olive.
Fort Olive. I'm hearing some rumblings that they might take it this year.
Mm.
But again, the people won last year's Elderflower.
Okay.
But if you ask me who the best is, you're asking me so much because if you're asking me who the best is, I like Gastronome. Sue me.
What do you like about Gastronome?
It feels like they know they don't do the frou-frou shit. They are down and dirty, but it's well-made food.
It
That's
feels
good to
like
know.
like your gastro home.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But see, that's good to know. I need to know these things because we don't just want to come in here and make a bunch of changes. We want to know, what do you want to see this place become?
But you have to
We
understand.
want to know who David is.
But you have to understand, like I said, I haven't been actually out to taste the food in quite a while.
Hey, that's
Remember.
okay.
Can
Cue
you bring him a
montage.
to-go box?
No, I'm not.
No, he can't leave.
Montage spell, level 7. Go ahead. Sorry, Marty.
Golzog, this is the next day, right?
Yeah, it's the
Golzog
comes in over breakfast.
comes inside, covered in paint, having been outside painting. Hey, am I missing anything?
That was so fast. 5 seconds ago, you were 5 minutes ago, you were just chowing down.
Oh, that's true. I forgot
jam.
that I moseyed on out and got started. Did you say
Powered by the jam.
Did you say that you haven't been out because you can't leave the palace grounds in a while?
Palace.
It's palace to me.
Okay.
The hotel grounds.
Yes, I did say that exact thing that I can't.
I
leave
had a
this place.
thought.
Yeah.
I can't make plants grow, but we have people who can. If a tree grows like hugely and the branches extend out into the city and you travel along those branches, does that count as being on the hotel grounds?
Can we turn this into a treehouse?
Okay, here's the thing. I have no idea, but you would for sure need permits for that.
Oh,
You
you're
would
right.
for
That's a
sure
good
need to
point.
talk to the transit authority because that is awesome to think about. But if there is a tree that extends all throughout the city, and you think that some people, I just told you all that there is essentially a hotel mafia out to get me, and you don't think that they're gonna chop down that tree?
What's a permit? Is that like you pay tribute to a warlord to pass through his land, like same thing?
Yeah, you and I seem to come from similar cultures. Yeah, that's
great.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Sorry, I just blanked. I think someone should go talk to the transit authority. Golzog, would you be open to talking to them? Maybe you are the most charming out of all of us. Believe it or not.
Turns a different shade of green than the normal green that he is. He's blushing. It's really cool of you to say, Tone. Mirabella, would you want to come? And maybe bless me, or do whatever it is that you do to.
Or like, I'm very good at guiding people.
Or guiding me through that. I am nervous to talk to a stranger by myself. Is what I.
That's fair. Well, I know Griselda and I have a lot of that we're gonna do.
You gotta do a bunch of that. I'll go.
We're doing the landscaping and stuff here.
That could also be a
I'm no hero.
Tomorrow.
No, I can talk to the transit authority.
I think this might be good for you,
I just treat him like another king, right?
Goes up. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
He just fully
called you Marty.
Character.
I just said, I think this might be good for you, Marty.
We'll be becoming our characters.
I just treat him like another chief, right? Like a with deference and respect, but be clear about our needs.
And Gulzog and Mirabella's gonna come over and like put both of her hands on either side of Gulzog's face and just look at him right in the eye. You can do this, and you have every right to ask what you're asking.
This is a lot of eye contact.
I know. Don't shy from it. Don't blink.
Okay.
You blinked. Gulzog, come on.
I'm blinking. Gulzog's not blinking on the table.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, everyone knows what they're going to be doing for the day. Let's take a quick break. As we all know what we're about to do on this morning. Let's take like 5 minutes. We'll be back here. Get some water, everyone. Get some snacks. Stretch your legs. We'll be back here in like 5 minutes to continue on with this day and see what happens next. See you soon.
can't.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Marty.
You don't know what we've been talking about.
We'll Venmo you
Yes.
each $100 if you can guess what we were just discussing.
Oh, right. Hey, gang. So, we're back. Who are we following first? Okay, so.
Put it in the chat, make a poll.
We start.
Yeah.
So we have Gulzog going to the Transit Authority. We have Marabella and Griselda. You're staying back, at least for now, to deal with some landscaping, maybe going shopping at some point. And we have John at least going towards like the farmer's market or going toward the restaurant district in like the mid to upper spire, a spiral in the city. So who would like to begin? Who would like to start? Okay, Gulzog.
All right.
So yeah, you're heading back over towards like where around like the concierge desk where you first were talking to Manfred. There's also like, you know, near the concierge desk there is like that first metro station where you see those big hot air balloons with those long baskets that are essentially buses or subways that are just this big hot air balloon with an absurdly cartoonishly long wicker basket that people are loading into as it takes off and kind of goes on this predetermined magical path into the sky.
Oh. Okay. Golzog looks at his own reflection in a shop window. All right. You can do this. You may have completely lost your nerve. That's what you figured out that you lost when you came to the Feywild. But you don't need nerve to do this. It's gonna be fine. Just have to do it without any courage or bravery whatsoever. Okay. I gotta find a Manfred. And Golzog finds a Manfred.
Yeah, there's the concierge desk again, kind of close by. No one is manning it, but there's a bell.
Ding. Yeah, that's me pressing it. That's not Golzog saying ding.
Yes, one moment. And again, this little cube pops up with the monocle. Oh, yes. How may I help you?
Manfred, it's me, Golzog, from before.
Yes, one moment. Oh, yes. Hello, sir. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
Yes.
I'm on my way. I'm looking for the Babel Rise Transit Authority, and I was hoping that you could tell me, give me some pointers of how to talk to them, or is there anything I should know going in? Should I present myself in a different way? What?
Yes. Well, the Transit Authority, right, of course, that would be somewhere in the mid-spires. Now, what are you inquiring about? Are you trying to get yourself a Metro card? If so, that is something that is very easily done. Anything else that you might be inquiring about once you get there?
While I'm there, I probably will pick up a Metro card, yes. 4 possibly for my friends if you can do such a thing. Like get it for other people who aren't there. But the main thing I want to talk about is if we can get a permit to grow a giant tree that extends beyond the boundaries of a property while still counting as legally as part of a property.
Doesn't seem much like a Transit Authority thing.
Somebody suggested I talk to them about it. Who controls zoning in the city, or like landscaping permits?
Yes, well, I mean, the buildings are close by. You would have to go to our city hall.
Okay. And do I, like, will they talk to me?
Yes, someone will talk to you.
Okay. Someone who can help with that issue?
Oh, yes, very much so.
Great. Give me 1 sec. Am I close to the hotel?
I mean, the hotel was a bit of a walk. You're not like
Okay, fine.
right by.
Point me in the direction, please.
All right. Obviously, without a ticket or a card for easy travel along the hot air balloon rail, you are going to have to pay a little bit of a fare. But if you take the hot air balloon ride, it is the second stop.
Okay, can I get a pass before getting on the hot air balloon, or do I have to get on the hot air balloon to get there?
Well, you could walk, but is it a bit of a hike?
Oh, what am I talking about? I can fly.
Oh!
Can I do that? It's just there?
Oh, yes, of course. You can fly, sir.
Golzog is going to fly to the second transit stop.
But I will say this: if you get into the pathway of any of the hot air balloons, you will be subject to immediate arrest.
I will stay out of the pathway of the balloons.
Okay.
Golzog is going to take a minute to study the pathways of the balloons and make sure he doesn't
make a perception check.
Oh no. Please, God. 11?
Okay.
Okay. And, he is going to very not very slowly, but doing as much control as possible, really trying to keep an eye out while he's flying, get to the transit authority.
Okay, yeah, you're pointed out the building, and like you're given like a little map, and you're flying around, and about midway through the flight, you just hear in your head, "Excuse me, sir, I'm gonna need you to pull on over."
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! No! No, this couldn't be any worse. Oh my grump! Golzog is gonna pull over.
Okay, you just see like an Aarakocra, just an eagle man, in a flight cap with goggles, just like, yeah, that's it, sir. And just no need to land, sir. Just fly on over here for the moment. And you just see he flies on over to like a little corner of the sky. You new around here, sir?
Yes, I am very new.
All right, tourist or staying?
Sort of mixed both. I'm currently I am staying in town for a couple days and just passing through. I was trying to I can fly, as you can see, but I wanted to go to the city hall and the transit authority to get myself a transit pass.
Right. Okay, yeah, of course. Whereabouts you staying?
David's.
Is that right?
It's a great spot.
Is it? All right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, can I have your name? You don't have a card, right? You're going to go get your card.
I'm on my way to get one immediately. I am so sorry if I've. Is there an issue?
What? No. You were wavering a little bit into a hot air balloon path. So
I am so sorry. I was doing my absolute best not to do that.
Right. It's why we don't advise personal flying, right away. But
all right. Again, I really am sorry. And if there's, I'm happy to land immediately. And if that would remedy the situation, I didn't mean to cause any fuss or harm.
No. What's your name again?
My name is Golzog Intestine Scarf.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just I'd say keep a wide berth, and you have yourself a happy day, sir.
Thank you so much. You as well, officer.
Okay. What's your passive insight?
My passive insight is, like my passive wisdom, it is 13.
Ooh, okay. As you're nothing happened in this interaction, Golhog, but there was like a malicious flare in this Eagle Man's eyes towards you.
Could it have anything to do with my mentioning of David's?
Almost certainly.
Okay. Do I think he is crooked and somehow on the take doing stuff against David's?
You think he might be on the payroll? Yeah.
On the payroll of not the police, of
of the Darling Corporation potentially.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Darling.
Oh. Is the Aarakocra gone?
Yeah.
Golzok more in his head than out loud. Oh, God, I should have lied. And then I'm going to continue on to the, being very careful, continue on to the City Hall.
Okay. You get to the City Hall. It's this, once you get towards the middle section of this city, it's very beautiful, a lot more greenery, very close to hanging gardens, kind of a lot more fountains, a lot more similar to that opening area that you came into with the greenery, the golds, but it's a little bit more subdued, kind of white marble in this area. And you get to the do you want the Transit Authority or City Hall? They're very close to each other. This is the kind of civic center of the city.
Because of the anxiety that caused, just gonna get the Transit Authority pass first. Just because.
You go to the building, the Transit Authority. It's a much smaller little this one seems like a normal building, just a little hut. You enter the building. There's a bit of a line.
Ugh. Good. Golzok's gonna just peek over and see if there's a worse line at City Hall, because that's the more important one.
There doesn't seem to be as bad of a line at City Hall. No.
Okay, Golzok is gonna go do City Hall first.
Okay. You go over to City Hall. Make a perception check for me as you walk into this beautiful building.
14.
14. Okay, you see an area that, again, you've never seen anything like this, especially you. This is very out of your comfort zone, but you're able to at least see the word that you were told, permits.
Yep.
And you heard the word zoning, and you see a sign that's pointing that way.
Golzok is going to follow the sign.
Okay.
And try to head to the zoning permits office.
Okay, there's you head into the office. It's a little bit, again, when we say office, it's not completely modernized. It's still just kind of just a room. Still kind of marble buildings, marble flooring, but it's very simple, wooden benches and chairs. There's a desk, kind of a bank teller's desk, and there's a bell.
Golzok is going to cautiously ring the bell.
Oh, yes, one moment, sir. Manfred pops up.
Hi, Manfred, it's me, Golzok.
Oh, yes, of course. One moment, sir. Oh, yes, of course, sir. Welcome. Welcome to City Hall. You made it here all right.
Yes.
Didn't have any trouble flying, did you?
No major issues. And oh, my dog's in here. No major problems. Who should I talk to about the permit?
That would be me, sir.
Oh, great. We could have. Golzok thinks about being we could have saved a whole trip, but instead is never mind.
I know what you're thinking, and no, that's not how it's done here.
I thought as much. That's why I didn't say it. So what would that entail if I'd like to grow a giant tree out of a hotel courtyard that the branches of which would extend sort of like to other businesses or like at least into the marketplace.
Quite a bit of zoning there. All right. Give me a moment. He takes out this like big book. Oh yes, trees. In order to plant big tree. Big tree. Ah yes. To get a permit to plant a big tree, the permit inquirer must answer these riddles 3.
Oh. Okay.
We're gonna cut away from that.
Oh.
Amazing.
Who has high intelligence? I don't think any of us do.
We're gonna cut away from that moment.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Marty Abby Schneider, stuck at riddles.
As Golzog realizes what he must do to earn a permit in this world. Let's cut away. Who would like to go next?
God.
We'll come back to you soon. Okay. Where are you going, my friend?
Before I go, can I examine the bell again? Am I allowed? Is it a part of the hotel? Can it be lifted and taken? Could I take it with me?
It is very much a part of the hotel. You know that. It is like
Got it. Never mind.
Attached. Yeah.
Okay, so the first place I'd like to go, well, I'll have to go to the transit authority first and I'm not gonna fly. So I'll go get a pass first.
You can so the way that it works is like it's kind of like, you can spend money.
I live in Chicago. I'll get a FTA pass. Mm-hmm. Is that what that is? Favorized
basically, like the idea is that this is a lot of bureaucracy that's annoying, but you can either pay like a heavier fare to just go on a small ride, or you can go get the pass and like be kind of.
I'll take public transit. I will take I'm not above taking the what is it? Is it a basket? Is it the train?
It's a
giant dirigible.
It's a hot air balloon. It's a dirigible.
Or a hot air balloon. Yeah, either.
I'll take it. It's a hot air balloon, but the basket is like bus sized.
Love it.
Hey.
I'll hop on the FTA and head to market area. I'd like to go to a place where I can. Someone who deals with magical materials, blacksmithy kind of a person first. I'm
gonna say there is an upcharge if you're going like without the pass. That it is gonna take. It's gonna be like it's a heavy upcharge. It's like a gold per ride. They really are pushing that pass, but it is convenient.
Okay.
But you can also, now that you're in the middle spire, you can go get it. You can kind of tell that this city is kind of built to kind of screw you on that first ride to get that one gold,
sure.
And you get the pass, But
you get a pass after taking the ride?
Well, I'm saying that you can take the ride without getting the pass. You flew yourself to the mid.
No, I know.
Spire. The middle, you can take a ride without the pass, but it's just an upcharge. The pass.
Got it. But you don't end up with a pass at the end of that. No. Right? No. Okay. Cool.
No, because that would be, as you can kind of see, that would make too much sense.
Yeah.
And this place is still the Feywild, and it's still kind of stupid.
This place loves bureaucracy. Mm-hmm. One of the 6, I don't know who they are, fucking loves bureaucracy, and we'll meet them in chapter 3 or whatever.
It might be 2 of them.
2 of them. Oh, okay. Someone write that down.
2 of them might really love it like this.
Listen, Tone was from Waterdeep. He gets public transit. Actually, I don't know if Waterdeep has that, but whatever. I'll head to the market middle spire market area. Do I see Golzog flying around outside at one point? Not to cross universe.
Make a perception check.
18.
Yeah, at one point you do see Golzog being talked to by a cop. Well, no, you don't see it, but you see like someone, you see like a dragonborn being like, "Oh, look at this fucking idiot. These new flyers,
like someone who's like, it's a good thing we have these cops. It's a good thing we have the sky guard to take care of them. And you just look over and see Golzog fully being like reprimanded by an eagle.
Is this a local? Is this Dragonborn a local? Is he been vaporized a long time?
Clearly, he's been here for a while because he's like.
Is the dialect of vaporized a Chicago accent?
He's just been here a while.
All right.
He's from Chicago. This Dragonborn's from Chicago, but
Oh, good. Yeah, I know. Some people just don't. They don't respect local. But hey, what's your favorite restaurant around here? Just I'm new in town.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 19.
19.
Wish I had not done that.
This one guy goes, oh, wonderful. Like, yeah, good question to ask. I happen to love Insatiable. And then you hear this other guy go like, and it's this like half-orc. Oh, fuck you! My favorite's Fort Olive. And then a woman's just like, you're all idiots. It's Blanche on Blanche. It's absolutely Blanche on Blanche. And all of a sudden there is a borderline, like, not riot. It's just people are screaming at each other on the subway.
Right.
Because you asked like you asked the question that you shouldn't ask on here, where people are just like, what are you talking about? It's for sure! Mine for layer!
New York has the best pizza.
Yeah. But you get a lot of people just like freaking out.
Oops.
But yeah, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Well, 22.
22. You do see you notice that Tomas is more lively than usual. Kind of like looking around.
Tomas? What's going on? Do I see what he's looking at?
No, you don't see. Tomas is not focused on anything, but it's almost like a dog taking in the sights, like looking everywhere. But it's just very noticeable to you because usually Tomas is very like just static.
Got it.
Kind of sitting, and now Tomas is actively looking.
Okay.
But you arrive, people get off. The original guy just goes like, I'm telling you, though, insatiable.
Thank you. And then I head off. I don't want to get involved in that conversation. So, the first place I'd like to go is, I didn't stop by the concierge before I left. Is there another concierge booth around?
Yeah, there's a couple that, like, every so often, like especially right outside almost all of the balloon stations.
Perfect. Manfred?
Oh, yes, hello, sir. Give me a moment. Oh, hello.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Yes.
Do you have any favorite, is there a place in this general area that I could go to find some, like a blacksmith or someone who could handle magical objects?
Oh, yes, of course. In the middle spires, the spirals of this city, there are two blacksmiths of notable reputation that we have here on the books. We have Clamorize. They are known for their magical items, or at least jewelry, in their ability to craft kinds of items imbued with magical gems and the like. And then there's also Smelt the Roses, very good with intricate details of filigree on certain weapons. Those are the best of note, of course. Also, yes, welcome, Raiders. It's good to have you here.
Perfect. I'll go to smelt the roses, please. I'll head over there.
Okay, you head over to smelt the roses. You go on over to smelt the roses. It's this as you're going through like the middle spiral, again, it's much more lavish than the lower spirals of the Fablerized City. More golds, more people in erudite clothing, and again, these people are all different kinds. You have loxodons, you have these still like fairies walking around, you have centaurs, you have like creatures that you wouldn't even understand or know, people like creatures from different planes of existence, all kind of in harmony, but all in this more like Art Nouveau upscale clothing that you'd never really seen before. Even you who live in Waterdeep, never really seen this kind of vibe. It's not even opulence, it's just kind of everyday feeling. But you're walking and you see what looks like, at least on the outside, the best way I can describe it is it's like on the outside is like the French perfume shop from She Loves Me, if you know that musical or that reference. But on the inside, you hear the clamoring of metal, of like steel against metal. And you can see like sparks coming from the inside. It's like ting, ting. But on the outside, you see this beautiful filigree, like of golds and platinums. On things from hammers to swords to what looks like a pen, to spoons, to glasses, like, so things that are very much giant broadswords, but all the way down to rings and smaller intricate items. All, though, have a very clear intricate pattern of vine work is very clearly there almost always. And like on the inside you see a couple people browsing some already pre-made items in the shop, but in the middle of this shop, almost like almost dangerously, almost, in many ways like a chef at a hibachi grill, there's just like the clear proprietor of the shop doing their work in this very fancy looking shop compared to others, but doing the work right there in the middle, almost showing off for everyone. And it's this female furbolg, kind of, you know, bluish gray cow, giant skin, like mixture. If you've ever looked up a furbolg, it's a very odd creature in the D&D world, but very tall, kind of giantess, but with like a wide brimmed nose, fur on the skin. If you look at the furbolg, it's like the most Muppet-esque character you can kind of imagine.
Beautiful.
Just hammering away with an apron. Welcome. Hello there. Nice to meet you.
Hello. I was wondering if you could handle a special request. I have this very large axe, and I take up the Vorpal axe, and I put it on the counter.
All right.
And I'd like to use some of this metal. I have this family heirloom, and I'd like to, and I pull out the barely used cast iron skillet that I have.
All right.
And I'd like to know if you could, almost like if it was stainless steel around it, maybe use this material to make it into a non-stick pan that would be better for cooking. And
oh, so you're a chef there?
Yes.
Looking to get an edge in the cook-off with some cookware?
well, I don't know, and I don't want to say any names, but I'd like to be able to be the best version of myself. Not use all the metal. I have some other ideas I'd like to surprise my my friends with.
Understood. Do you mind if I give these a once over? Because once I get a once over, then I can give you kind of the price if we're talking gems or gold or deals of the kind. But I need to kind of know what I'm working with.
Of course, yeah. Can I get an insight check on how trustworthy this person is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Seems pretty good. I like his voice. 16?
16. She seems very, she seems like a craftswoman. And she seems like she just loves the idea of anything like this and, like, to do the work. And it seems like taking a weapon and putting it, like, in a magical coating or some kind of coating on a pan is enticing to her.
Okay.
It's not unheard of. You're not like the first person who's ever asked for something like this, but she seems like it seems exciting to her.
Okay, I'll hand her the Vorpal axe and the frying pan.
Okay.
The cast iron skillet. Sorry.
So you said this is a family heirloom, then?
Yes, it supposedly belonged to my father.
Oh, okay. Is he the last person who touched it? You'd say?
No, I've before me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And then this axe here. What's that about?
It was a gift. Wait, was it a gift? Above the table, was this a gift? Or
we took it off the Tin Man's corpse.
Got it.
Classic D&D style.
I thought he was still alive, and he was like, "Take my axe."
Yeah, but in the way of like, you've vanquished me, you can have it. Not like
right. Well,
we
it's different from we. Okay, yes, but
we killed him and took it.
It belonged to a very powerful individual in Bridmere.
Okay. So she she puts down these goggles. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. 19.
Clearly magical goggles that she's working with. Like, they're kind of like welder's goggles, but they like light up with a kind of like magic rune on one eye. She's like, I want to be very transparent with you. I did the kind of work that I do works on feelings, works on the emotion of the pieces and the emotion of the material. So I kind of try to examine the aura of things that I'm looking at. I try to examine the aura of not only what this thing is, but the owners and the people who have touched it. It influences things. Energy influences materials. I believe that very strongly. Wow. All right. Oh my god. She just rolled a couple of things that are crazy. Just so you all know. She rolled a nat 20 when that was the only thing she could have rolled to do something very insane. And then rolled a 19. So just so you all know. It'll become clear later, but I just want you all to know that it's something crazy just happened. She just looks at both items and she starts with the Vorpal axe and goes, and just kind of looks at you for a moment. So this thing belonged to the
Tin Man. The Tin Man.
Give me one moment, all right?
And she kind of like goes over and talks to the other patrons that are in there. She's like, "Yeah, no, sorry, sweetie, we're done for today. Yeah, no, I got a big, I'm working on something for the parade, and yes, this thing. No, come back first thing in the morning, and we'll deal with it. No, of course, you're the first. I love you so much, sweetie. All right, kisses." And like, ushers a kind of hoity-toity human woman out of the shop.
What a nice. I like this person.
Closes the door.
What a great.
All right.
What a great retail experience.
And
Sorry,
she was like, "All right, so so that was owned by the Tin Man."
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know that this city we have is neutral, right?
Yeah. We are neutral too. My friends and I.
How is that possible though? Because you have something from the Queen of Hearts' like main artificer. So like what I'm trying to understand.
Let me be very truthful with you.
Please do. I would really like that because
Okay.
I want to know what's happening here.
Quick summary.
Mm-hmm.
We for you and for the people who are here from raiding this channel, we were trying to help a group of friends, and this friend wanted to get revenge and ended up and killed the Tin Man. We were not working for the Queen of Hearts. We were not working for the Queen of Glass. We were just trying to help some friends, a group of children we know who were not a part of the war at all. In the process, we uncovered something even larger, which is one of the reasons we're here in Fable Rise, that someone sent a weapon here. And so one of the reasons we're here is to help Fable Rise and to save it.
Okay.
Okay.
It might be a little too much. Okay, there.
Sorry.
So here's because I'll let you in a little secret. Are you the ones who made memories come back a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Because here's the thing. People aren't going to talk about it. No one's really been talking about it, but a lot of us kind of forgot everything that's been going on down there for a long time. And we're all kind of remembering, and everyone's kind of not talking about it. I wouldn't go around telling people that you're the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably good advice. And
okay. You know what? Cool. I understood. Sorry, my name's Imelda. By the way, might as well have that.
I'm Tone.
Nice to meet you, Tone.
Should have started with that.
Nice to meet you. Yes. My name is Imelda. There. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And this frying pan. Oh. Well, that's very. That aura is very weak, but I can actually.
So are you trying to meld the Vorpal axe with the frying pan?
Part of it, not all of it.
Okay.
I was hoping to make a couple of little
items. That'd be cool.
Okay, so yeah, this is very rare, but I think that something's going on here. The emotions are strong at this one.
this was your father's, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Tazio, what? Tazio? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Tazio.
Tazio. You said he was dead?
Yes.
Okay. So you wanted the axe to be part of the So what you want? Because I'm also aware of what this axe can do, and so what do you want this thing to do precisely?
I don't want it to behead anyone. I was hoping to. I thought maybe it would give me an edge and add flavor to the or enhance the flavor underneath the pan. The pan has kind of been in a disarray for a long time, and I thought maybe you could imbue your design onto the pan with some of the metal to make it less coarse, more of a non-stick cast iron.
Okay.
Like hex clad.
What's your passive insight, by the way?
My passive insight is where the heck is that? Oh yeah, it's 13.
13. Hiding something from you. Something shifted. Something shifted.
Is there something you're not telling me?
He doesn't go by that name anymore. But
Who? What? You're saying my father's alive?
Your father is not only alive, he's here.
He's here in Prismere, or he's here in Fable Riders? What he's here in Fable Rise?
I have these things seek out auras, and they can. I thought you looked a little familiar. Yeah.
What?
He's a chef over at Fort Olive.
Okay. But you said he didn't go by that name anymore. What name does he go by?
Well, if I remember correctly, he goes by Jameson.
Okay. Okay.
Make an insight check.
That's all. Right. 16.
Cool.
So can you help me?
Yeah. This day just got very interesting, and there are some big feelings when it comes to this here pan here, so I think that whatever we make is gonna It's the pan of a vorpal axe mixed with a realization of a father who's alive. So this pan's gonna make some dynamite food. Sorry to make it funny.
One more thing, if I could. I'm willing to pay extra or do anything, but a lot of other people risked their lives to get this axe and to save a lot of people. I was wondering if you could make a little tag that could go around, or a bell that could go around a pet, maybe even a small pig. And if you could engrave it and say Ladybug on it, I think that would make someone very happy.
All right, we can talk about the particulars of price. Cause this one's a biggie. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot to think about. So.
But I mean,
Right.
the truth is that I want to do this because the emotions are too good. The piece of art that we're gonna make is too amazing, but there has to be some exchange because, but I'm sure you have a lot to think about, so.
Well, I think now more than ever, I'm willing to make whatever exchange I need to.
All right. Great.
I have to think and also take do some other errands around this area, so maybe I could just come back in an hour or so.
Yeah. Clear your head, I'll clear mine, and congrats, and I'm sorry. Or
Thanks,
either
and
one.
I forgive you. I don't know. Thank.
So you walk out of
Yeah.
the shop?
Yeah, I want to clear my head and just sort of get some space and also find some general materials. I don't know if this is good.
You start making your way towards, kind of like absent-mindedly towards the stores, like the general marketplace that's around this, kind of wandering absent-mindedly. And we'll cut away from you as you kind of grapple with what you just learned. Griselda and Marabella, what are you two doing at this moment?
What are we doing? We're
We can say that during this time you've been renovating. You can say what you've been doing, and then also if you want to do anything other than that.
Yeah. Right, Griselda, you're able to like mold earth and stuff, right?
Yes. What do you need me to do?
Wait, are you sure, or are you? Because I think you said you didn't have that.
Mold
You
earth?
said you prepped it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't switch it because it was a cantrip.
Oh.
Mm.
You're asking me a question I can't do? So I can't.
It was a setup, Natasha. Come
It's
on.
all good. Yeah, the long dead body of someone very dear to you was going to get revealed if you did any mold earthing. So everybody gets some big obstacle.
Yes, some big relative. Okay. Well, I know we did yesterday getting rid of all the plants and digging that up, but I think now we need to focus on like the shaping that we want to do and like putting in the pond. And I was thinking maybe it might be nice to like put a bench right by the pond, and then we could like kind of have that be there. But I think we could make it go a lot faster if we had some help. And Marabella's gonna cast Army of the Dead and have 8 skeletons pop out so they can help us dig.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And can I cast enlarge on them to make them huge skeletons?
They'll be large skeletons, but yeah. Well, you can do it on one. You can do it on one of them.
Nah. Okay. The one skeleton's huge.
At
one
point,
boss skeleton.
At one point, you just see David go like, "So what's the plan with all this? Cause I'm like, cause it doesn't seem like this is attracting customers."
Oh God. Okay.
But he's like, but I'm not going to, because I'm not gonna question your methods, but I'm just saying.
Okay, and then
You'll have to see the final vision.
No. It's fine. I get it.
wait.
Maybe this is something we use the skeletons at nighttime. Maybe though, is the thing that I'm thinking. You know,
Dylan.
yeah.
Marabella like does not think this is a problem at all because she just like is so comfortable around dead things.
Of course she doesn't. But can I polymorph them
Can you polymorph
into
them?
like, huh?
Into what?
Into like gorgeous supermodels?
I mean, you can't polymorph all of them. Those are 8 creatures, so you can't. So you can't polymorph all of them.
Okay, can I make the big one gorgeous?
Sure. What are you?
Okay,
what
he
are you
looks-
turning it into?
He looks just like Ryan Gosling in The Notebook.
Ooh. And large.
And who are you doing this to?
The big skeleton.
The big skeleton, Marty.
Okay.
The big skeleton.
And he looks really good. So did that. I think we're good.
I think we're great. This is gonna be amazing. I feel so good about it.
Good. And then so yeah, if we can make the pond, you know, as natural as I don't want it to be too polished. I want it to be like a native yard, you know. So if we could plant those types of plants and shrubs and trees and stuff, that'd be best.
Right. I like that. All right. You tree, go ahead and plant or dig some trenches over there, some light rows, for some nice kind of shrubs. Maybe we can put some like natural looking shrubs around the outside of it. And then David, don't know if this would be fun or triggering for you, but would you like us to put like, we could put like a little topiary maze like in part of the lawn, and that might be like a fun activity for kids and stuff to do.
Oh no, is that triggering?
I don't know if this is fun for kids.
Nixing that idea. Never mind. But
And
right,
yeah, Griselda
because
just
we want-
hands him Ladybug to hold. Yeah.
if we can think of other ideas to make it like a family friendly.
Oh no, he's gonna cry.
Yeah,
Establishment.
family friendly. Yeah. Of course. That's why I was questioning the skeletons and then the big skeleton that was hot. I was questioning those as the workers for the sake of that. Strictly because of that, you know.
They're just really good at like doing things. I don't know if that's true. I was gonna say quickly.
I see now the thought process.
Sorry, I like this is what I do back at home. Not like rise skeletons from the ground, but I normally put skeletons like in the ground. So like that's just I forget that like other people might be uncomfortable with this stuff. So I'm sorry, David.
Griselda's just like looking back and forth between the two of them, knowing that the vibe is completely off, but not knowing what to do between them.
No, but hey, no, this is incredible work. I mean, I'm not one to complain, and if you, the point is that I don't know. I know many people say that you should like try to reclaim your past, but I just don't want to be associated with mazes no more.
Oh, that's totally fine. Totally, completely, and utterly fine. All right, boys, how's that pond coming?
You just hear like
Like-
a in response.
Ew! Ew! Okay, and then Griselda.
A large hot gosling is like.
Can I make one of them invisible too? I'm gonna just touch one of them and make
I
them.
mean, no, because then that. I mean, you can, but then the concentration on polymorph will fall.
Fuck no! We need him to be hot. Yeah.
Again, these are 8. It's 8 of them. It's 8 of them.
There foot traffic in front of the hotel?
Not
Does anyone
much.
watch? Does anyone see this?
You have noticed
But
that
maybe there
people,
might be.
that there are people who have come by and have been like scuttled away from it.
Hey, no bad publicity.
Yeah, you're right.
This thing.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Get people talking.
Yeah.
So any little plants. Yeah, Ladybug and I are gonna work on planting some plants, and
it's around this time that you that like two dwarves kind of like saunter up.
Insight check.
Yeah, make an insight check.
wait, I want to too.
They
What?
saunter.
Mhm.
What does that mean? What does that mean, Leo? What do we have? 13.
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
Amazing.
They look like they're posturing. Like they're a little bit they're not they look like that they have some muscles, especially, and like that their smiles are fake. Griselda, you can definitely tell when the smiles are fake, and they're just like, hey there. So we've been getting some complaints in the neighborhood about the work that's been going on. Kind of loud construction and some loud skeleton groans. A large attractive man appearing out of nowhere. Which has been some people have been liking it, and then the other one goes, but it's been a little distracting in the middle of the workday. So understandably, if you could maybe tone it down a little bit, or if you have the proper permits to have these skeletons working, we would be glad to discuss this, or walk on over to City Hall with you all to get this worked on out.
Oh, don't
sure.
worry, we're almost done. Ender, my skeletons.
What's your name?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm Bip, he's Bop.
Oh, hi. I'm Griselda.
Nice to meet you, Griselda.
Can I just ask, what is it distracting people from doing?
Oh, well, it's...
Is it perhaps minding their own business?
No. No, people are doing things out here in the world, and also this is a neighborhood where people are allowed to live in comfort and not just have skeletons in their backyard. I mean, it's something that if that is happening, they are allowed to make a complaint. We just happen to be getting a fair number of those. I'm sorry to be the messenger, but you understand that if we were doing things all hours of the night, and if you were just trying to have a nice evening or day, or if you were trying to get some work done, things can be distracting, and also unsettling if you haven't seen anything like this before, and then it just kind of starts happening,
Right, absolutely. But don't worry, they won't be here for very much longer. We're just fixing up digging this pond here, and then they'll be back into where they go.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, that'd be wonderful if you could do that. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, totally.
Griselda's
No
just,
problems here.
Rigid body, staring at them.
All right. Because again, we don't want to have to, come back here with any of the city guard. That would be a shame.
Are you leaders within this community?
Where did they say they were from?
They didn't say.
They didn't say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we said, will be done today. So.
All right. Well, we'll hold you to that.
Thanks for stopping by. Well, where did you say you came from again? Yeah, where are you guys from? You're like from an office, you got a business card in case we have any questions about like permits or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, of course. They hand over a card to you, like a little card. And you just go, all right, thank you so much. And they just like start walking away. And it's just a little card that has like the Pillow Fort insignia on it. But then make an investigation check, both of you, as you're both staring at these like two dwarves walking away.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I hate these guys.
Well, I asked them if they were leaders in the community, and they didn't tell me. 10.
6.
10. It's pretty clearly with a 10. It's just like you think to look on the back, and on the back, like scrawled, it just says, "Better count your sheep, darling." ... Clearly,
they spelled skeleton really weird.
Clearly, like a warning for you.
Marabella,
Count your
those
sheep.
dwarves are bad news.
Yeah, they're obviously from the other freaking hotel, and I don't give a crap what they think about me and me lovely boys.
What? Okay. What the hell? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. What? What are you doing?
Wait.
What are you doing?
Griselda.
Yes.
Can I cast upon myself pass without trace?
Yeah, of course you can. Okay.
And I just want to walk a safe distance behind the dwarves to hear what they're talking about.
Okay.
Ooh, good shit.
Make a stealth
Good
check.
luck, Griselda. Guidance.
No, oh yeah.
Make a stealth check.
Don't know me.
I thought you were gonna blow my cover
Oh.
and be like, "What are you doing?"
I would never.
Okay.
So whatever you roll, add 10 to it.
Add 10?
That's what pass without a trace does.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what does guidance do?
You can add a D4 to this one roll.
It's a D4 if you want to.
Yeah, you can
use
also
it for
save
your
it
next.
for a different roll. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's like
okay.
soon. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So 24.
24. Okay.
So that's very good. No?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Dang, so now I just have a little guidance in my pocket?
I got guidance in my pocket.
You hear them and... Second. All right. And you're make a perception check for me as you're unseen. You're very clearly unseen. As you're kind of like going from like alley to alleyway as you're following behind them.
21.
21.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. That's not it. 21. You hear them kind of going, all right. Clearly dropping like the voices that they put on. Okay, so seems like we have a few new players on the board. What do you think of them? What if they did indeed summon those skeletons? It seems like we might actually have some fucking fun around here. Oh no. All I do know is that I was scouting the place out last night. They didn't see a fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that didn't smile. She was even up the fucking roof. Didn't see me for a goddamn second.
Stop!
There's a few of them, actually. Yeah. No, yeah, we actually got word down from our boys up in the sky. Yeah. One of them down at City Hall right now. Oh, really? Is he alone? Yeah. He seems pretty big, though. So he must be their muscle. Ah. Alright, alright. So we might need to send a few more over there then, too. Mm-hmm. And where'd the other one go? Down to the shops, right? Also alone? They kind of like high-five each other. Yeah, Mr. Darling will be very interested to have a little chat with him. So, classic tagging bag. What about these two? Well, I mean, they got the protection now, don't they? Yeah. But the other two, I mean, they'll probably be easy enough to grab. Yeah. Also, one of them is elvish blood, right? So sleep won't work? No. Might just need to, like, knock her out with something heavy. Yeah, something heavy, probably. Or just, like, with a rope. Yeah. We'll get the word out across town. Yeah. But also, we should get the word out that they're not screwing around. I mean, they had command of 8 skeletons. And one of them was big and also glamored to look hot as shit. So, not only are they powerful, they're creative and crazy. Alright. Meet you down at the pubs? Yeah! No, actually, no. I'm actually gonna go over to the shops. I want to see what this chef has to bring to bear. Alright. We sending Ornatius down to the city hall then? Yeah, we'll send Ornatius. That should be fun. Wish I could see that. We'll ask our boys in the sky how it went down. Alright. Cutting back quickly over to just before we end for the evening. We cut
Thank
on over.
God you followed them. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I just can't imagine how this would have gone if Natasha didn't hear that.
Marty,
Holy fuck.
Marty,
Yeah.
can you make a quick intelligence save for me?
Sure. Just saving throws, yeah. Oh my God. 3.
3. Okay.
Wait.
You have inspiration.
Use it, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
So it's just re-roll.
Yeah.
18.
18.
Yay!
Wow.
Thank
You
Christmas.
Thank Christ.
You have, for some unknown reason, been able to answer 2 of the riddles pretty quickly, and not quickly. You've been like in the tank with them.
Do we know what they were?
I can say
Fine.
them, but you answered them.
Great.
Yay.
And you get like your final riddle where you just go, all right. Which word in the dictionary is always spelled incorrectly?
Can I say it above the table before saying my final answer?
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you if it's right, so it's the same.
It's incorrectly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incorrectly.
Oh, yes, of course! Wow, you're a big smarty pants. You have gotten yourself a permit for a big old tree.
Yay.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That was so much easier than I thought it would be. I mean, like, the riddles were tough, but, like, I thought there would be a whole, process, and for some reason I thought maybe there'd be some amount of resistance. I guess I'll take this and head back, get myself a transit card, and then head back to David's with no trouble at all, having gone through no ordeal.
As you walk outside of City Hall, make a perception check for me, Marty.
All right. 13.
13. You, kind of in your reverie, happy to have your permit, don't notice encroaching upon you a large shadow. And you kind of walk right into a white, furry body. And you look up, and you just see this large Yeti wearing a nightgown and a sleeping cap.
Hey, the boss wants to see you.
Oh my god.
We're gonna cut away from that. Over to you, Tone. You're absentmindedly reeling with this information. And there's a moment where Tomas shakes off of your shoulder.
I chase him down.
Jumps off and bounces again, like so long ago, and starts rolling around through the marketplace. Weaving. Kind of snapping you out of it. You're like finding Tomas rolling through this marketplace, rolling through a farmer's market, different shops. Do you run after?
Yes, absolutely.
Tomas rolls, kind of starts rolling towards, as you can see, going towards the restaurants. And right as you're about to get towards, like, a little bit of a pathway towards some of the restaurant square, make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
13.
13. You also fail to notice that kind of you find yourself, as Tomas kind of rolls out of your reach, kind of curving out of the alleys are these 3 dwarves in nightgowns and red sleeping caps. Hello. Looks like we got a little lost lamb. The boss wants to speak with you about your current employment.
Is there anywhere else I can see? Can I see? I can't see Tomas, right? Can I see anywhere else that is out of range of these two, as far away as possible? What is the farthest thing I can see that's on land from here?
With a perception of 13, it's a pretty bustling market, of a farmer's market. The furthest you don't, with a 13, you didn't really even see them.
All right.
The furthest thing you can see. What do you mean the furthest thing you can see that's on land?
Yeah, I'm just Oh, actually, no. I can. How far away is? You know what? Never mind.
Okay.
If the above the table, if this, I'll go along with it. Plus, I want Tomas to be able to find me.
Muted Marty.
You also, John, have all of this week to decide if you're going along with it or not. This is clearly a cliffhanger.
True.
So as we end on these two split up, being accosted by these odd members of the Darling family, we learn from Griselda Calzini this plot to bag and tag them. Maybe there's something that can be done, but we'll find out next time. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I am so excited with where this is going. I cannot wait to be dealing with the Pillow Fort Mafia. I have the entire thing planned out. I didn't expect this to be a thing where everyone was split up at all. I had an entire map planned, and that's gonna be a bunch of different maps now. I'm so excited. Oh man. Oh boy, I'm happy.
I'm so happy with our decisions.
Marty, I think that the other riddles were gonna be like, I had them here, but it was easier this way.
I mean, well, thank God I didn't have to do that. And you gave me a real fat softball for the one I had to do. So I appreciate it.
Anyway, I'm so excited to see where this goes. We learned a lot. Tone's dad is alive, and he's just in the Feywild. What does that mean? What does that mean? And he's a cook. Well, we knew that. But he's here. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. We should be back here next week, unless I'm forgetting something. And potentially with our missing member. Also, hey!
Who's gonna be confused as hell?
Well, I mean, she might dump something on you all that's just as equally confusing.
She is the darling.
I can't wait potentially for her to come back and be like, here's my thing, and you'd be like, hi, we don't care about your thing. Here's this.
Yes. And
that
it's
matters.
all David. David.
Yeah.
It's
This is a man's business we're trying to say.
Yeah,
this is...
don't
Who
worry.
is of pure intent.
I'll integrate it. But also, hey, before we plug anything, I'm just gonna plug the fact that we may not have to say WGA strong anymore, because
well, I mean, we always have to say it.
Still,
we should say
always
it forever.
yeah.
But hey, the deal points came out today. The strike ends at 12:01 tonight.
Ooh, I'm jacked.
And we can only hope that SAG follows quickly after.
Yes.
And we can only wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us during this whole time. Does anyone have anything they would like to plug on this lovely evening where John was also? I'm just going to plug that John was so generous tonight, and I adore him
John.
so much.
Listen. Some of it was my own money, but also my brother, my.
But also, I stole from someone.
I got a $50 Twitch gift card that was burning a hole in my pocket.
They make Twitch gift cards?
That's what was given to me for a birthday present last July. So yeah, so it's
really nice.
And also, if you're a new subscriber, please check out the Discord. There's so much great art and stuff, and talk about D&D.
The fan art is really tremendous. Follow Hero Club socials.
Yep.
And that's all in the link, right, Dill?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also,
Just put it in chat.
you know what I'll say? If you tell me to do something in the Discord, I'll probably do it for the story.
That's a wild thing to say.
That's a wild
It's the
thing
most
to say.
Natasha plug ever. If you dare me, I'll do it probably.
I'll probably do it.
We need to put that on like your tombstone.
If you dare me, I'll do
I
it.
love the idea.
That's what I do.
Because it's also not even a promise. It's just, I'll probably do it. It's totally open to you saying, I won't do that, but I'll probably do it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
The other thing I just want to plug is if you can, check out the buy this new StarKid album. It's really, really good. All the songs are really good. And our new musical comes out on YouTube on the 12th, the 13th, Friday the 13th. So,
cool.
3 weeks.
Cool.
Is Friday the 13th in October this year?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Spooky.
Well,
That
thank
is
you.
awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. We'll be back here next week. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.